It's unbelievable, kids. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You know what I mean? Put this right back where it belongs. Right there. Always right there at the most noticeable corner that we can find. You know what I mean? Let me share this. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. Man, shout out everybody that's been watching the candlestick video, man. It's been doing pretty well. So that's always cool to see. But yeah, man, Super Bowl. Can you guys believe it? It's crazy, right? It's like the Niners have been so good. I'm not going to smoke a cigarette, Mr. Bob. Look, I got the live chat. That's what this black box is. It's not cropped right, but, you know, it's a work in progress. What up, Jack? You guys can probably hear my voice is still messed up. It's been a week. And, I mean, after the game, like, no lie, I completely lost my voice. Like, I couldn't talk at all the next morning. And it's been a week, and it's still, you know, it's still a little harsh. So that's how you know you had a good time. Like, were you really there if you didn't lose your voice? You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it anyways. But yeah, so sorry if my voice is a little rough. What's up with you guys? What up, Rob? I'm not going to the Super Bowl unless there's any rich people out there that wants to help me get there. But I am not a rich person, so I will not be at the Super Bowl, unfortunately. That would be awesome if I was. That would be awesome. What's up with you guys, though? Huh? What's up with you guys? We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the game. Talk about, you know, a lot of the other stuff about the game that happened at the game. Things I saw at the game. Things I noticed at the game. All that stuff, you know? Mitchell, what up? The ladybug, man. I might have to get, hey, if we go all the way, I'm going to get a ladybug tattoo. Hold on. I hate this webcam, by the way. I mentioned that last week, but I hate this webcam. Look at that. The chat's showing up. Look at that. How cool. I know there's like prettier ways to do it, but still, at least, you know, I got something. Because what I notice is like on the live stream, sometimes the live chat goes away. If you edit the video in any way, the live chat goes away. Sometimes it just doesn't show up. Sometimes for like days it won't show up. So it's like, how, you know, it's not, I feel like if someone wanted to watch these live streams back, and I know some people do, they'll watch them later. It's a lot more difficult to follow if like you don't have the chat, right? Because I'm talking to you guys, so it's like, you know, gotta get the chat in there. So yeah, I'll try to make it prettier going forward. Again, I'm just sharing the live stream here and stuff. So, give me a second. Okay, it's shared. All right. Notification gang. Yeah, man. I know. Like, the problem was too. I didn't check my DMs or anything or like my messages. Because I was afraid people were going to try to do that and then get all the pins that I was giving away. And then I was like, damn, I forgot you were going to be there. And yeah, we should have linked up. But yeah, I mean, it was wild too. So it was like, it was hard for anyone to, you know. I know 2 gay men that would love to take you to the game, but you must sleep with them. I think that I don't. Okay. No thanks. No judgments though. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. You gonna watch the game in the city and get footage of the party all over the streets? I'll talk about that in a bit. I got some ideas. How's the program at Levi's? Might have been working your stand. You got a hot dog. I did get a hot dog. It was fine. We got it early before the game started. And honestly, I don't know that I left my seat the whole game. I went to the bathroom like 3 times before the game started just to make sure. I just didn't want to leave my seat, so I was pretty much in my seat the whole time. But yeah, it was nice and quick. There was plenty of food out. It was all ready. Literally, the whole process took about 18 seconds. So it was quick. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. You watched some land in Vegas, dude? Okay, so I'll talk about that. I was thinking about going today to the send off. The 49ers posted a really dope video of like all the fans out on the side of the road. I was thinking about going, but this past week was so just tiring for me that I was like, all right, Sunday I'm just gonna have a chill day. I'm just gonna try to do nothing other than the live stream, because it's been a while since I've done that. So I was like, I don't feel like getting up. So I mean, literally, guys, like I posted a video you guys might have seen on Instagram. I was up till 7:30 in the morning finishing the championship game video. And I had to get up at like 10:30 for work. So yeah, it was just a long, tiring week after the game and trying to finish the video. And I worked all week. So yeah, it was just tiring. So I decided not to go. I think at some point, maybe already, I kind of regret it. I should have just gone to the send-off. But last night, man, I opened my window to listen to the storm right now in the Bay Area. If you're not in the Bay Area, there's a huge storm. I mean, it's like a hurricane outside. So I might lose power at some point, just so you guys know. I opened the window to listen to the rain, popped a melatonin, and just slept for a very long time. Because this whole week was a lot. Oh, yeah. Crazy. Yo, it's crazy in Southern California too, right? It's like all of California is crazy. So earlier today, one of the things I wanted to be lazy about was just food. So like I got DoorDash, and a complex I live in is like the pin is never correct. I try to write as many notes as I can, and they just still always go to the wrong place. So like I had to chase down my DoorDash person, and she was really nice about it, but she went to the wrong complex. First she came to my complex, drove past me, then went to the wrong complex, which is next door, and I had to run out in like this hurricane in a t-shirt and sweats and socks and sandals to find my foods, and I got like soaking wet. So yeah, this storm's a little wild. Will the stadium be 50% Niner fans? I mean, it should be a lot. It should be a lot. What's up, Jesus, by the way? Your game day vlog was lit. Editing was crazy. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. It was if you notice, I didn't really film much in the first half, which I regret, because it wasn't because we were losing. It was just like some of the games I don't really enjoy because I'm too stressed about filming. So like now I try to make it a point to just like not really film like the first half and just try to get like the second half and the end of the game. Other than, if there's a big moment in the first half. So first half, I barely filmed anything. And I kind of wish I filmed more to really get the swing, like when we were really down and how much it was like, it was stressful. I wish I would have captured more of that, but it is what it is. I didn't know how the game's going to go. Obviously, I'm not clairvoyant, but, that was a good time. That was a good time. What else is going on? What's up, Jennifer? Hope your back's doing well. Going to Allegiant tomorrow. Pressers at Caesars Tuesday. Dude, you're going all out. That's sick. I went to I was like part of the Super Bowl festivities in San Diego back in like 2003 or whatever. We didn't go to like the pressers or anything, but we were around it, and it was super cool. And obviously when the game was at Levi's, there was all kinds of stuff. I went to Super Bowl City. I went to the NFL Experience, but this was before I was doing my channel, so I didn't get a ton of footage. I did film some things, but not a lot. I kind of wish I would have. Andre, what's up, dude? Hey, shout out Andre, man. He's been super supportive. Just found my videos from the candlestick video, and he's already been like super supportive of everything. So I appreciate it, man. Flash flood warning, bro. Yeah, I live in a very, I guess, sheltered from weather place. It's never that bad, but even I'm getting a little worried. Yeah, dude, this storm is just slamming California. It would be insane if the 49ers make the Super Bowl next year. It will be at Levi's. Isn't it at 2026? Right? So 2 more? Or am I wrong? Did they even announce it? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I guess I'll keep my season tickets if the Super Bowl is going to be there. But this is my thing. If I ever go to a Super Bowl, like, I don't want it to be at Levi's Stadium or somewhere I'm familiar with. I want it to be somewhere I'm not used to, so that the experience feels more like an experience. Because, like, Levi's, I go to Levi's all the time for 49ers stuff, for other stuff. Like, it's right down the street. I want the Super Bowl to feel special. You know what I mean? If I go. So if I go, I want it to be, New Orleans, or like, I really, for some reason, I really wanted to go to the one in Minnesota. I want to see their new stadium really bad. But yeah, I wanted to be somewhere like that. I wanted to be somewhere special. Got to run the ball, set, pass, and play action. Yeah, that's how football goes. Yeah. We'll see. I did get Ayuk's catch. I was lucky with that one. Sometimes you get lucky, and I got CMC stiff arming CJ Gardner-Johnson into the abyss. I got really lucky this game, because there's a lot of games I film where, like, I completely missed those, like, iconic plays, and I got 2 of them in this game. Because earlier episodes, years ago, I would film, like, almost every play. But it got so hard that now I'm like, let me try to put the camera down for a while, enjoy the experience. But I got lucky this game. I got some amazing moments. What up, Jake? Thank you, man. Yeah, the editing. What up, Dirty Harry Films? Yeah, dude. I pretty much spend most nights editing stuff or working on stuff, or we have our Etsy shop, so I'll be like working on prints to like post there. Little things like that. I'm always working on stuff. I've been designing some other stuff that I haven't announced yet. So I'm pretty much working all night anyways. Not usually, until like 7:30. That's pretty late. But I had to get the video out as soon as possible, and I just wanted it out for Saturday. Waited my entire life for this. Yeah, for sure, man. Enjoy it. If there's an NFL experience, there's got to be, right, out there. Are you gonna go? I played a little bit of football, but not a lot. I played a little bit of Pop Warner. I played flag football a couple years. I played flag football in middle school, like 8th grade or something. But no, I wasn't a big football player. I played baseball more than anything. I played like a decade of baseball. I played basketball a lot too, but I didn't take basketball as serious. But baseball, I took serious, like, through Little League and stuff. But that's a whole long story about what happened with that. But I was pretty good at baseball. Pretty good. 2026 is at Levi's. Okay, yeah. Deciding if I want to head to Vegas, just be out there for the vibe of the Super Bowl. Yeah, I'm considering it. Heading back home to the Bay, just chill out here in SoCal. Yeah, I'm considering it, man, but like, just, I don't know. I'm trying to be smarter with my money, but obviously I would do content, so it's a give or take. I thought for sure if I go to the championship game, I'd be like good, but of course FOMO's rearing its ugly head, so I don't know. I kind of want to go too. Jake Weisenberg, what's up, dude? Enjoy your Candlestick Bark Memories video. Thank you, man. Thank you for watching it. Never do it, but a Super Bowl at Lambeau would be sick. Dude, that would be so amazing. Super Bowl at Lambeau would be so dope. Any thoughts on the Clippers' new stadium? On a side note, actually, I talked about that last week in the live stream, or 2 weeks ago in the live stream. And you know what's funny? A clip of that I posted on TikTok, and all these people got really upset about it, which was crazy. But their new arena looks pretty cool. The wall, I have some weird, I'm not sure about things. I think it's cool though, and I love that Steve Ballmer is crazy, because we need those crazy kinds of people to just have ideas and implement them. So I'm always excited for a new arena though. So I am bummed that they got rid of the horse track. Super Bowl tickets are not affordable. It's crazy, man. Some of the prices did plummet, but still not far enough. Maybe Buffalo, and it's going to be cold in February. It would be cool if the Bills hosting the Super Bowl. Israel, what's up, man? A Super Bowl in Buffalo would be awesome, dude. Like, any cold weather Super Bowl would be sick, but like, they don't want that. They want it to be like as sterile as possible when it comes to the playing field. Andre, thank you, man. Kyle tends to abandon the run. I feel like Kyle, when we're ahead, he gets too conservative, and then when we're behind, he gets too cute, and he'll be like, I just hate. He doesn't seem to be doing it as much lately, but like, there'll be times where it's like 3rd and long or something, and he'll do some little cute little run play with like, deception and stuff, and it's like, bro, just stop. Stop these like multiple toss play. Sometimes it's like, all right, bro. I'm like, all right, let's just try to get some yards here. Stop trying to the misdirection doesn't work if you're constantly doing misdirection, because then they know it's misdirection. But he seems to be way better this year than previous years. You do Niners versus Giants at MetLife? Hell yeah, I would. Of course, I would love to see MetLife. I'm like a completionist though, so I want to see MetLife, Giants, and Jets. So confident Niners would beat the Ravens. 12. I was too, man. I was too, and both of those Super Bowls hurt. I'm probably less confident this time, not for any reason, but just the Chiefs got hot at the right time, and it's the Chiefs. You never know. They're obviously super talented. Andy Reid is one of the greatest coaches of all time. We'll see, but at the same time, it's the Niners. NFL experiences at Mandalay Bay. It's $30. Is it worth it? Seems like Pro Bowl stuff. Yeah, I mean, look, I like stupid stuff, right? Like, I love the terrible. I've done a bunch of videos on my channel. The terrible like pop-ups, the ice cream museum and stuff. I love stuff like that. So like, if you don't like that stuff, then yeah, maybe avoid it. I love it though. I love doing stupid stuff like that. I loved running down the little path, and they throw like 3 balls at you. You catch them, and then the last one you catch it on a dive into a mattress thing, or like a pad. I love that stupid stuff. So yeah, I would definitely pay the $30. Bandit, what's up? Matt 49ers from New Zealand. Dude, I hope you get a chance to come back and experience it with your brother. That'd be cool. And appreciate the kind words, man. I'm glad you liked it. Vaz22, what up? Kittle will be playing with a vengeance. I sure hope so. I'm hoping for, a couple good Kittle stiff arms. What's up, Josie? We haven't talked about too much yet. I don't think you missed too much. Any Giants games you go to a year, miss going to games since I moved out of state? That varies a lot. Like some years I'll go to like 30, and then some years I'll go to 2. So I think last year I went to like 2 because I was just really busy, which is unfortunate, obviously, because it's like my happy place. It's where I get to chill, relax. So hopefully this year I can go to more. I'll be at FanFest also. I'll talk to that in a bit. Yeah, I mean, Elijah got the touchdown though. Send you some vids tomorrow when I go to Warriors and Nets. Yeah, dude. Like I told you, I've been outside Barclays, but I haven't been inside. I liked it outside. I wish I could go in. I hear that the music's too loud though. That's what everyone says. How many of those live stream are rooting against Taylor Swift instead of the Chiefs? That's funny. Niner fans got out of hand saying Niners would destroy every team. Easy to say, hard to do. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Every game, I mean, like they say, any given Sunday, the NFL has, the best parity out of pretty much any of the major leagues. You never know. The worst team can beat the best team. So you can never get too comfortable. Been trying my best trying to avoid getting them bad luck. Eli Mitchell scored and put us up 10. Yeah, that was wild, bro. That was wild. Yeah, so I'll tell you guys, it's hard. You guys are like, I really appreciate you guys even showing up to these live streams. It's hard to even get to what I was going to say because there's so many comments, so I appreciate that. But yeah, I was just going to tell you guys about like the experience a little, I guess, like and the Detroit Lions fans. Like you guys have seen on this channel and away from this channel, I've been to games all over the country, various sports. I've been a rival fan. I've been a neutral fan. I've done a little bit of everything, and the vibes at the game were just incredible, man. And like, I know for some reason we were kind of looked at as like the bad guys, which I get because we've had some success, but like we haven't won a Super Bowl, since January 29th, 1995. So yeah, we've gotten close, but we're not this like dominant team. We're not the Patriots that just win every other year, it feels like, So it was kind of interesting that we've become like the bad guys and everyone's like, this is the worst Super Bowl ever. It's like, I don't know. I guess, is it the fans? Like, do we just act like we just win it all the time? Like, we're lucky as Niner fans. Anyone, I know some of you aren't Niners fans, but like for the Niners fans, we are lucky despite not having the Super Bowl win. Like we've had some terrible years, but we've also, just in general, I always like gauge like a sports team and a franchise with their history as well. Like the fact that even if we're terrible, we can pull from, some of the greatest players of all time were 49ers, right? Like some of the greatest moments were 49ers moments. And then we have the ones that aren't even like, mainstream known that mean a lot to us. Obviously the catch is top 5 like NFL films moment, like if NFL films did a top 5, it's gonna be there. The catch 2, catch 3 means a lot, probably more to us. It's not as big of a deal to just mainstream football fans. The pick at the stick, the shootout with Alex Smith and Drew Brees in the divisional round against the Saints. You got Kaepernick running all over Green Bay. I know I'm missing stuff. So those moments mean a lot. Like as Niner fans, we are lucky, man. Like we are lucky. We're lucky the fact that like when the alumni show up to our games, like it's so many Hall of Famers. Like our alumni, when we look down there and we see our alumni, like we have the last game, Joe Montana, Steve Young, Jerry Rice, we're all down there, right? On the field. Like that's 3 of the greatest players of all time. Like Jerry Rice is quite possibly the greatest football player of all time, any position. Joe Montana is arguably the GOAT. I know a lot of people say Brady now, but before that, most people would say Joe Montana is the GOAT. And Steve Young, he had kind of a strange career, and so because of that, I think that knocks him down a couple pegs, but he's still considered one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest left-handed quarterback, right? Like, we're so lucky as Niner fans regardless, that I feel like people forget that we haven't won in so long. People act like we've won it a bunch of times. And obviously it's better than the alternative of like never going, like never getting to a championship game, or like just choking in like humorous ways like the Cowboys. But I don't know. It's interesting that we became the bad guys in that. Let me catch up to the chat. Super Mayo, what's up? Best, get mad at Taylor Swift, but cutting it. By the way, I'm not mad at Taylor Swift. I think bringing in new fans and casual fans is fine. Like, it doesn't bother me at all. The memes like making fun of her though, that's fair game and that's hilarious. If Brock knocks off Mahomes, it's going to be a story of legends. Absolutely. A ton of great Lions fans. They got very cocky in the first half. They definitely have never been there before. Yeah, for sure. Don't stop believing. Absolutely. Journey at halftime was perfect. Incredible highs and devastating lows the past 20 years. Yeah. Dan Campbell's a terrible coach who gambled and lost. He'll never learn. You think so? I mean, the aggressiveness got him there, you know? Why does Brock Purdy get so much hate? I don't know, man. I did a TikTok asking that too. Jordan Willis pump block. Wild card against the New York Giants when they came back. T.O. Garcia. Yeah, man, we got great memories. Great moments. Levi Stadium's quietly compiling a ton of historic moments. It really is. 1680, man. What's up, Malcolm? Ronnie Lott cutting off part of his pinky to play in a playoff game. Yeah, man. There was a game when the 49ers were Giants made a sick comeback. Yeah, Garcia, that's the one Bay Area Throwbacks is talking about. Dude, the Garrison Hurst run, you know, like, we as a fan base, we're incredibly lucky even without the Super Bowl win. So people seem to forget that we haven't gotten over the hump in a very long time. Yeah, the camera always goes to Taylor Swift. It is a little annoying, but like I'm not going to blame Taylor Swift that, you know, she's not, it's not like she's out there running on the field or like Jackson Mahomes, like doing TikToks dancing on Sean Taylor's memorial or whatever. Like, she's just in the suite, you know, rooting on her boyfriend. She's not doing anything wrong. You know, and it's cool that the Kristen Juszczyk, like the whole thing happening with her custom fashion stuff is really cool, and that wouldn't have happened without Taylor Swift. So I'm just trying not to be. I'm not a negative person, you know. I can be, but I'm trying not to be. And you know, bringing in casual fans, I try not to get annoyed or gatekeep. It's like, but just admit you're a casual fan. It gets annoying when someone like is casual and then they're like trying to tell you how things go, and it's like, nah. But she's not doing that, so I don't hate on her. Purdy was on any other team, he'd be celebrated. Everybody wants a Cinderella story. That's what I'm saying, man. The last Sunday, the 2002 wild card was my favorite game. Yeah. Juice on his tippy toes. Dude, that play was crazy. Brock scrambled out, just hit him right there. Dude, Juice is one of the most underrated players in the National Football League for the last 10 years. No more Chase Young. Even has it 10 sacks. Dude, Chase Young needs to, like, step up the effort, though. We all saw the videos. Nothing against Taylor. I just hate the media. Yeah, that's the media, though. They do what they got to do to get clicks, you know. At the end of the day, you have to blame the people because the people were the ones clicking on it. The media wouldn't be, you know, posting it so much if it didn't get clicks. That's all they care about. Cowboys fan, can we please get to the Giants Fan Fest talk? Enough of this Niner talk. Yeah, let me get through. I want to talk about my experience at the game a little bit, and then we'll get to the Giants stuff. Yeah, so I say all that to say I know we were the bad guys. Also, there's definitely an element of the 49er fans that are a little aggressive, you know. There's been incidents, we'll say, right, that have made the news. Especially like Bill Burr says, it's like California fans. There's like there's a connection to gangs. There's a connection to all this stuff. Like, there is that element. We all know it. You know, we've all seen it or been part of it. But maybe because it's, you know, the championship game and, you know, tickets are way more expensive or whatever. But there was a lot less of that this game, I thought. And just the vibes were awesome, man. The vibes were so cool. Like I said, I've gone to games all over, different sports, different teams. I've been the rival team. I've been a neutral fan. And this was some of the best vibes I've ever seen at any game, anywhere. The Lions fans, just awesome, man. Like, and the thing is, you know, one of you had mentioned, like, how, yeah, the Lions fans got a little cocky or whatever. But you can't blame them, really, for getting excited. Plus, like, I want sports fans to be excited and their talk, you know. As long as it's not disrespectful, like personally, that's where I draw the line. You can talk as much trash as you want, just don't like be disrespectful. Like you're a this, you're a that, or whatever. Then it's like, bro, are we talking about sports? Are we talking about me? Like, what are we talking about? You know. And I didn't see any of that. The Lions fans were excited. And yeah, you could definitely tell there was definitely a thing of like they hadn't been there before. They got too excited when there was a lot of football left. And as I said in the video, I was stressing, I was nervous, but I never lost faith. Like, I know we can come back. Like, I know we can do this. There was never a moment of like, oh, this is terrible. No, it was like, oh man, this is, terrible first half. We better bounce back. So, you know, but they'll learn, because I think the Lions will be back there. I don't, you know, there's always the fear of like, you know, the Falcons when they made the Super Bowl and 28-3 Patriots came back and all that, like, and then the Falcons fell off a cliff, you know, like that does happen where a team will have a great season and then it's all blown up. I think the Lions will be back though. I don't think it's going to be like a one run and done. So we'll see though. But regardless, dude, I met some of the coolest Lions fans. They were just happy to be there. There's this one guy, he was like, he was probably a little drunk. He walked with me and my brother for a little bit, and he just couldn't stop talking. He's one of those guys where like you can't even get a word in because he's just so excited. He's like, man, this is the best. This is one of the best experiences I've ever had. Like I've never been to the Bay Area before. This is my first time here. This is just awesome. I love you guys, man. This is great. And like he's just going on and on like that. You know, and you see in the video with the Empire Row tailgate and stuff like that, there's like Lions fans enjoying it. Shout out to Dave Canales, Heat. You guys probably know he did like some of the most famous 49er anthems. He brought them together and gave them these words and was like, you know, and that's fun because it's like, hey, we're trying to beat you, but we totally respect you and we're glad you're here, and we're glad we get to share this. And it was just really cool, man. Like when you know, and I mentioned in the video, like for years, I mean for decades, I've said that like if the 49ers aren't going to win, I would love to see the Lions win. So nothing but respect for the Lions and their fans. And, you know, I do hope at some point they get over the hump. And I've been way more emotional lately, you know, with like what this stuff means. And I used to be a very closed off, bitter person. And with this channel is being a huge part of me being more open and more vulnerable with how I feel and my feelings and stuff, right? And that's why I'm able to touch on those things in my sports videos about like why these things matter more than just sports, more than just the game on the field. Because like, you know, you think about like Lions fans, man, like there's people that, boys and girls, grew up watching Lions games or going to Lions games with their mom and dad, and their mom and dad's not here anymore, and they never got to see a Super Bowl. Like, so for them, Lions football is more than just like the players out there playing a game and what's the score. You know, that game means this is how our family bonded. And that's why it's always so important to me, and why in my videos I've rallied against greedy owners and things like that. Because it's like, you know, for them it's a business, it's an investment. And obviously the business needs to be there for it to be what it is. But like at the same time, like the controlling factor really should be the fans. You know, and like the A's and John Fisher, it's like he just doesn't care that he's literally hurting a community and families to maximize his investment. And it's just like, it's just gross to me. But that's one of the reasons why it was so funny that, you know, these games now like will make me tear up and start to cry. Cause like, you know, Bill Burr, again, he's one of my favorite comedians. Like, since before he was big, like he was one of the guys I could be like, oh, I liked him before it was cool. Like I used to go see him at little comedy clubs 15 years ago because he was my favorite comedian. But anyways, he's recently talked, you know, about like he's like making fun of people that cry at games. He's like, I get it, but don't cry, like whatever. And so I was laughing at that. I don't take offense to it. I just think it's funny. But yeah, so that's why I said in the video, I'm like, Bill Burr's just making fun of people crying at games. And here I am tearing up at the game. But when I, like, me tearing up at the game is not just because, oh, we have a higher score than the other team, therefore we move on. You know, obviously that's a big deal. That's a big part of it. But it's also the fact that, like, we get to root on these teams, and it's an excuse for me and my brother to be together and have something that we're both pushing for. And, you know, you see in the video, high-fiving everyone around me. I don't know those people. I don't know those people at all. But we got to share that moment. We got to share that memory. And there's a people right next to me. There was a couple. And we talked after, you know, the final horn. And, you know, we shook hands. It was a great conversation. I kind of wish I would have filmed some of it just to have it. But we shook hands, and I was just like, I'll never forget you guys, you know? Like, this was, regardless of where we're from, what our lives are, you know, we could be from different cultures, different, you know, politics, race, religion, whatever it may be. But in that moment, we can come together as a community and feel like family. And it's cool when the Lions fans were there too, and it's like we get to connect with them too, because it's like, bro, like we know what this is like, we know what this feels like, and we love what is going on with your team and your community, your city, your fan base, whatever it may be, and be like, let's take this ride together and, you know, see what happens. And I don't know, it was just a beautiful experience, I thought, and obviously super happy I got to experience it with my brother. And shout out to the Lions fans, man, they were awesome, you know. Defense needs to step up on Sunday. Saints vs Niners 2012 is one of my favorite games ever because I'm an Alex Smith stan. Traders fans confused on who to root for. That's always funny. That's funny. The Raiders fans are stressing. They had, you know, the Chiefs and 49ers painted on their field. That is funny. What's up, Eddie G? 49 fans aren't wine and cheese anymore. A little rough around the edges. I mean, there was obviously some of that, but come on, man. Candlestick was rough, man. And the thing is, like, San Francisco, before, like, social media and the tech boom, people act like it was Full House. And it's like, no, that's just what they showed you. Come on, man. San Francisco has some of the roughest places in America, you know? I wouldn't say on Earth. There's some wild places on Earth. But in America, some of the projects in San Francisco have always been some of the worst places. But, you know, energy at Levi's was unmatched. I mean, that was the best I've ever heard Levi's. I mean, it was absolutely... I mean, it felt like otherworldly. Like it was just surreal at how loud it was. That energy, it was wild. America's team wears red and gold. Absolutely, Niners should be America's team. I support that. First half was disheartening. Watching the game live, then fell asleep. Oh man, when I woke up, Niners are fighting back from a deficit. Yeah, man, it was wild. Talking about the Niners, hey, really enjoyed the NFC Championship video. Thanks, man. Like, look, for Cowboys fans, look, I love to hate the Cowboys. I love it. But I want you guys to hate me too, but in a fun way, right? Like, we can still be cool. We can laugh about it. We can shake hands. We can root against each other. That's what it's all about. Because as long as it's mutual respect, don't insult me as like a man, right? Because I'm not going to do that to you. But, like, I love to root against the Cowboys, and I want you guys to root against us. If we lose the Super Bowl, I want all the Cowboys fans to tap dance on our grave. That's what makes it fun. But it's mutual respect, and I love the fact that you guys are fans of your team, and that it gives us, you know, kind of a fake enemy we get to laugh about, you know. Dan Campbell's a moron. He cost him the game. Always take the points in the playoffs. Hey, you might be right, and I know that's always been, that's always been the way it is, but he was trying to do it different. I don't know. I can't fault him. I like Dan Campbell. Was it Apollo Creed? There is no tomorrow. Speaking of, man, R.I.P. Carl Weathers. And I forgot to mention, it's 2/4/24, Willie Mays Day. Willie Mays, dude. I know everybody knows the name Willie Mays and all that, but like really to know the man and know his story, he's just the best, man. Just the best. And I mentioned in a live stream recently, I'm trying to go to that Birmingham game this upcoming season. But Willie Mays, you learn his story. It's more than just a great baseball player. He's man, the GOAT's GOAT, as I posted. Dave Canal's the homie. Yeah, man. Dave's been a buddy of mine for a long time. He reminded me at the game. I did the first music video that he was in. It was him, his buddy Insane, and my boy J Dash. Yeah, dude. Field goals don't win games in the playoffs. I mean, they have. Look, if it was me, I would have taken the points. I'm just saying I understand, right? It was so cool to see Montana on the sidelines and Rice, for sure, man. Like, Rice is there every week, though. But seeing Montana was there. Oh, and credit. Huge shout out and credit to Bryant Young and Frank Gore, man. Like, we were getting just pounded that first half. Definitely the energy was down. The Lions fans are chanting Jared Goff. We were on our heels, right? And then halftime comes. Journey plays, right? Which is going to get... It's funny because they shout out Detroit in the song, but like, that song's always been a celebratory song for San Francisco sports. And that they played that, and then Bryant Young and Frank Gore came out to do the foghorn, and they riled up the crowd, and I really think that helped give the crowd the energy to not just roll over and die. Who else was there? Like, do you guys feel the same? I felt like Bryant Young and Frank Gore actually are owed credit for keeping the crowd in the game. I know it definitely helped me. There was one point in probably late second half where they did the doom defense, doom defense. They were playing that, right? I was the only person that I could hear saying defense, and I was yelling it. I'm like, defense. I'm the only person. You know how like nerve-wracking that is to be in a crowd and you're the only person yelling something? So part of me is like, am I stupid? Am I the dumb one for this? Right? Am I the moron? But we turned it around. And that's not to say that, honestly, the 49er crowd being just pounded like that in a half, it's not easy to keep your energy up. It really isn't. Especially in a big game like that, it's not easy to keep like being excited for every play. Screw the Lions. all right. Hey, man. Like I told you before, Mitchell, you're way more harsh than I am. You're a harsh critic. Football is family. It's that important to people like you and I. Yeah, man. Like, yeah, I love the game, obviously, but I also love what the game means to people and places and moments and time periods. Like, that's what's always funny when people are like, keep politics out of sports. Like, man, politics has always been in sports. Like, it's always, like, sports, you can really learn a lot about a time period. If you study the history, sports is part of it. Sports can be a moment. It can be a turning point. Things like that. So sports is way more important than just the game on the field, like I keep saying. Like, it really is. What's the key to winning on Sunday? Can't stand Mahomes and Kelsey. I mean, probably running game. I know the Chiefs passing game has been really short. A lot of screens, a lot of like in the flats, a lot of like over the middle, but very shallow. And we've struggled with that. So that's my worry. Our linebackers have been like playing so soft, like the coverage. Like, I don't know. They'll be like 8 yards back when they could be. I don't know. I mean, look, I'm just a guy. I'm not a coach. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm really happy for our team for staying healthy. I know, finally. Look, this kind of like proves what a lot of us have been saying. Like, when we stay primarily healthy, what we can do. And pretty much every other year in this era, the Shanahan era, we've had like huge injuries. And we've been lucky enough finally to go a year without like any devastating injuries besides Hufanga, obviously, who is missed. But Jair Brown, man, what can you say? Want to go to SF to watch the game? Where's a good spot to watch? I'm still trying to figure that out, man. I don't know. The thing is, for the game, I really want space. I don't want to feel like smothered. I don't want to be around. I want to be around people, but not like in a packed bar. So I don't know. Only seen my dad cry twice, and once at my grandma's funeral. Second time when the Giants won the World Series. Dude, for sure. For sure. That's crazy. I really liked your Joe Rogan SF TikTok. Yeah, that was always a good one. The Gambler. Bro, you filmed my white truck in your video that you just uploaded. That's sick. That's dope, man. Were you the ones like at the beginning? There's a bunch of you're holding the helmet out the window. I love that shot. That's why I put it right there where I put it. I'm nervous too, Jake, but we got to enjoy the experience, you know. Willie Mays is the greatest athlete of all time. I can't argue that. Rip Grief Karga, Mayor of Navarro, Mandalorian. I'm not caught up on the Mandalorian. I'm not going to Vegas, gold-blooded 808, unless a rich person wants to help me get there. Journey really did change the stadium vibe. Dude, they did their thing. Thanks for having my white shirt and the 49 flag on the hood. Yeah, I think that was you. Thanks for being there, man. You know, people like you, make the vibe what it is. Richard Sherman was getting the crowd pumped. I missed Richard Sherman getting the crowd pumped. I saw him pregame, but I missed that. Let's keep it a buck. Journey belongs to the Giants. Don't Stop Believing is an anthem for the Giants. Yeah, but we played it at Candlestick. Like, yeah, it definitely gained new life with the Giants, like, World Series runs. But we played it for Niner games at Candlestick, too. So, you know. Just saying. Hated Sherman, but love him now. He's a smart dude. Richard Sherman's a smart dude, you know. But he can be aggravating, so I get why people get upset with him. Greenlaw. Dude, I love Greenlaw, man. Like, sometimes he does like silly things, but yeah, that's like my brother's favorite player, by the way. Ravens let Kelsey run amok, can't let him run free. Gotta bump him, keep him on him like flies. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, we really need to like press. Like, I don't know why our linebackers, especially in coverage, have been so soft. Patrick Mahomes W. Come on, Gabe, don't do that. Sherman kind of got, I wouldn't say wronged, but Seahawks definitely drove a wedge between themselves and him. So Sherman appreciated the Niners for taking him in, and the Niners really do have a great organization for the most part. So I think he just embraced that. But he doesn't hate on the Seahawks either. He'll root for them sometimes too. Hey Dylan, it was great meeting you at Unite the Bay event. Oh, we met? Do you collect players' autographs? And if so, was your favorite autograph or player you met? I'm not huge on autographs. I was when I was a kid. I have some that I cherish, like Merton Hanks. I got a Merton Hanks autograph, and he was really, really nice. I got Ken Norton Jr. I got Bryant Young. A lot of people when I was a kid. Now I'm an anxious person. I get anxiety. I get stressed out. So I just don't like fighting the crowds to get autographs. I would much rather take a picture, I think, with the player than get an autograph. But Gabe, Gamer Athletics, he's the autograph guy. He's got so many autographs. It's crazy. But there is part of me that wants to start getting autographs again. I will say that. But I just don't feel like fighting the crowds. Turn out for the Super Bowl send off was legit. I know, man. I wanted to go. I mentioned this at the beginning of the live stream, but I needed a rest day, and I told myself I wasn't gonna do anything today. But part of me kind of regrets it because I saw the video and it looked fun. A lot of people out there. Super Bowl chant on your neck? Not on my neck, but I am planning. This arm is bare, so I'm planning on doing kind of a Bay Area tattoo, and I want to do all the stadiums and arenas. So maybe I'll mention, the Super Bowl if we win there. Brock Purdy W. There you go, Gabe. Finally, you get something right. Well, Mitchell, don't hate me. I don't watch football. Yeah, Gabe doesn't know anything about football, all right? He knows something about autographs. Don't let him lie. The game, Steve Wilkes was irritating me. He frustrated me. I could see Eminem. What else was I trying to remember? Dude, Barry Sanders was there. How cool is that, man? I got to see Barry Sanders. So cool. That was so cool. Man, there were some other things I wanted to talk about with the game, and I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know. Niners need to play. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. When it comes to like the soft coverage, a lot of people, I think, miss this when it comes to this last game, for example. And basically what the 49ers have been doing all year long with defense, they play violent. Like, they're not going to, like, take a play off. They're always attacking. The difference being, like, let's say a player's running out of bounds. Some players will just kind of shadow them until they go out of bounds. Make sure they're going out of bounds. They don't hit them, so they don't, draw a penalty if they hit them too late, whatever. And the 49ers, for the most part, will play the opposite. They're going to try to hit you no matter what. So I've been saying this all year long. This is what separates the 49ers defense like from other defenses and the 49ers defense from when they're playing well or not. Is you have to make every possession hurt. You have to make it difficult. You have to make it an uphill battle. So nothing easy. So even if the other team gets a first down, make it hurt. Don't make it a pleasant first down. Do whatever you can. So even if they get a 20-yard play, slam them as hard as you can. Now, if you do that, an offense may move and get yardage, get first downs, get points, but eventually, when you keep that margin of error that slim and you make it hurt and you make it difficult, eventually it's going to start going the other way throughout the game. And I think that's why you've seen that so much this year, where the first half, it'll be kind of neck and neck, and just slowly but surely the defense will just start turning it on. And that's, I think, what happened this game, if you're going to give the 49ers any of that credit for the Lions struggling to put up points in the second half. And I think that's what a lot of those drops were, because people will point to like the Lions players dropping the ball. It's a lot easier to catch the ball when you know you're going to get hit hard no matter what, right? Like when you put that anxiety in the back of the team's mind, everything gets harder. Handoffs get harder, easy throws get harder. Everything gets harder when you play violent. And I caught that in my video. Bosa, he threw down Goff. I don't know who it was that caught it over the middle, but Greenlaw just absolutely killed him. Those things pay dividends throughout the game. Even if they make the catch, even if they get the first down, make it hurt, make it difficult, keep the margin of error as slim as possible, and eventually, you keep flipping that coin, eventually it's going to just keep coming up for the defense. And so I hope the Niners do that. Especially, we've seen Mahomes this year get flustered. If we can fluster Mahomes, and we know that other than the rookie, the Chiefs, wide receivers are not looking good. And we've seen other teams just leave Kelsey wide open. Like, what are you doing? Like, he's the guy. He's the one guy that Mahomes is going to go to. Like, come on. Kittle's going to get the winning touchdown. That would be cool. I I know there's a ton of Niners fans in Vegas. I feel like there's probably more Niners fans than Raiders fans. Super nervous for the Super Bowl, but in 2019 we were young and ahead of schedule. Yeah, I agree with that. Hope it's 55-10. The last 2 games took years off my life. I don't care about TV ratings. I was saying the same thing. I was like, this has been 2 stressful games. Can we just blow them out? And I said it in the video. I pointed at the 55-10 banner, and I was like, I hope it's a similar score. Can't blame Steve Wilks when overpaid DL is not good enough this year. I don't know, man. Wilks frustrates me, honestly. Maybe it's not his fault. Maybe I don't know enough, but seems like everybody's at the game. Yeah, dude, Gavin Newsom, Richard Sherman, Birdman. Yeah, Birdman, we were like, what the? Me and my brother saw him. We were like, what is he doing here? That was super random. Like, the governor, I get, Richard Sherman, I get. Like, Birdman was the strangest. I was like, what? So I thought maybe Lil Wayne would be there, but I didn't see him. I don't think he was. But yeah, my stepmom, she's in the video briefly. Her seats, she texted my brother and was like, Eminem's right behind us. So we knew like right away. It was kind of cool. Chiefs. And by the way, the video the picture that, kind of went viral of like Eminem flipping off fans, like that wasn't good fun. Like they were laughing and stuff. The fans were flipping him off and like wanted him to flip them off back. Like he wasn't being a jerk, and the fans weren't being jerks either. Everyone was laughing. Like it wasn't a thing. But people take the one screenshot and act like Eminem was like really just being angry towards the fans. That wasn't the case at all. Every inch and yard counts, absolutely. And make every inch, every yard difficult. Don't take any plays off. That's what was annoying about Chase Young in that video that, has been going around of him, kind of jogging after the runner. Like, you got to make everything difficult. Everything. And then eventually, towards the end of the game, the offense is going to be frustrated. They're going to be tired. They're going to be scared of getting hurt, like getting hit. So if you keep that up, Kittle's going to host SNL. That would be great, actually. That would be awesome. Chiefs and Niners have stayed classy so far. Lots of respect for each other. Even Kelsey said Kittle is the best tight end. They have, but the Chiefs, this is like their villain year. Like, what was it they were complaining about a month or 2 ago? Like that call. And it was obvious. They were just being whiners. Just the Mahomes family. I mean, Pat Mahomes Sr. just got a DWI last night. Jackson Mahomes has allegations against him, and he danced on Sean Taylor's memorial. And that quarterback show on Netflix I loved it, but it really made Mahomes look like a baby. So I am liking the heel turn for the Chiefs this year. Hopefully. But it's crazy people are acting like we're the villains too, but whatever. I think people get upset that 49ers fans are very just passionate. That rubs people the wrong way, but whatever. Speaking of, I'm taking my braids out tomorrow, but shout out D Honey. She put the gold in. The red actually came out decent. I thought it was going to be messed up because I had to re-dye it like 3 times. I'm going to take these out tomorrow. I'm going to get re-braided for the Super Bowl. But yeah, shout out D Honey. I wish I would have got a better picture because like in the video, you can't really tell that it's got gold in it. But it was fun, I wanted to do something fun, so that was cool. Fluster Kermit. It's crazy. There were more Chiefs fans in the stadium in Miami in 2019. I mean, it's a closer trip for them. 28-3 comeback. I mean, I'd want the comeback, but like I'd rather just dominate and just have a party. Like the playoffs have been too stressful. Chiefs and Ravens, low score game. Yeah, very low score. Chiefs to win the AFC Championship so that we can have our rematch. I wanted the Ravens, honestly, because I'm afraid even if we win it all, people are going to like hold the Ravens against us. But whatever. Either way, we'll get our revenge. J Mar, what's up? Go Niners. Shout out D Honey. Yeah, so Detroit Lions fans were awesome. Incredible game, incredible experience. Thanks to everybody watching the video. It's done really well. I noticed like the candlestick video had way more engagement as far as like comments and stuff. So I think that's the reason it blew up. I'm like, I always study like YouTube and learn the algorithm and stuff. And this video has pretty low engagement, even though it's got a decent amount of views. So I think that's the reason it didn't like jump to the next level. Yeah, it's barely got any comments compared to Candlestick video. I'm so happy. Like, people left a ton of comments, man. Like, I was getting flooded. I still have to catch up because I like to reply to like every comment, and I still got to catch up. But I'm glad people liked it. I'm glad people, kind of get to experience it vicariously through me. That's the goal. 20-3 comeback. Let the stress begin and be memorable. I don't know, man. I think Nevada as a whole root for the 49ers, especially in Reno. Reno has a ton of Niner fans. My cousin, Pig Fan, that you've seen on my channel, he lives in Carson City, Nevada. He sent me a picture yesterday of they had a whole display, 49ers display with like a Brock Purdy t-shirt for sale at some store. I think at Walmart or something. Denny's on Hagenberger closing. So many epic mornings after raves. Dude, I've never been to that Denny's. It always just looked like it wasn't even open to me. And it's such a weird place because it's just surrounded by like the fields and then the parking lot and the freeway. It's like, is that Denny's even open? I don't know. That area, like they're closing the In-N-Out also. Like, there's so many tourists and people that fly in and out of Oakland Airport right there. So all the people know to go there to like steal from tourists. It's really messed up. It's really messed up. Hope Taylor Swift substitutes for Patrick Mahomes. Yes. There's still a rivalry between the Niners and Raiders since Raiders moved. Only from the Raiders fans. I don't care. I never hated the Raiders. I never considered them a rival. Like, I like the Raiders. They have a cool history, cool uniforms, cool logo. I don't hate the Raiders. I don't care. Like, they're in the AFC. Why do I care about the Raiders? Like, I really think the rivalry started, just like the A's and Giants, I really think the rivalry started from the other side. But that could be my bias. I don't know. But Niners fans definitely embraced it, though. Niners fans can be just as annoying as Raiders fans when it comes to that rivalry. Denny's in San Leandro. I'm from the other side of the water, so I went to the Denny's in, like, Redwood City. I've been to Levi's, but went to the Stick in 2012, 2013 against Seahawks and Packers, both W's. You got to go to more games then. Dude, that's fine. I like the Raiders. Yeah, Raiders have awesome history, awesome uniforms. Al Davis lost his mind and ran that team into the ground. Mark Davis is continuing the tradition, and he won't stop meddling with the team, just like Jerry Jones. If he would just back up, you know how many players, how many great coaches would love to be part of the Raiders and turning them around, but Mark Davis can't get out of his own way. Gabe, dude, are you compiling all my quotes? You live in Hawaii? Well, hey man, you gotta look for some cheap flights and get back to some games so we can get more W's. Airport area is going downhill. Walmart gave up. Yeah, dude. Speaking of, they're opening another Raising Cane's, but like it's gonna be way too long of a line. I love Cane's though, mostly because of sauce. Yep, Carl Weathers, R.I.P. Played for the Raiders. I don't know much about his NFL history. I just know he played in the NFL and he was on the Raiders, but I don't know how long or anything like that. But obviously a legend in Hollywood. So R.I.P. Carl Weathers in some of my favorite movies. Predator. Come on, man. Predator is like one of my favorite movies. Happy Gilmore. Come on. People in Vegas still like the teams they like before the Raiders moved here. It would be the same with the A's. Tropicana is more. Yeah, like Vegas is definitely a town of transplants. There's a lot of people from Vegas. My grandmother and my great aunt are actually from Vegas. But like, yeah, there's so many. Hey man, you gotta look for some cheap flights. Preying on John Fisher's downfall for sure. I think, Gabe, you know what we need to start? We need to get the A's players to like vow to not play for the team if they're going to be trying to barnstorm. And then maybe John Fisher will sell. Legion Stadium looks dope. Wish they had made Levi's more modern like that. I agree. Levi's is getting better and better. Every year they add stuff and they work it out. But as far as like aesthetics and the way it looks and all that, yeah, I definitely wish there was more to it. He only played for the Raiders for 2 seasons, then he went to the CFL. Dang, he played in the CFL? That's pretty cool. That's cool. And for the Super Bowl, I know some folks that are renting out a place. Some friends of mine. I'm considering going there. I don't want to be surrounded by too many people or like smothered. I don't want to be somewhere where I can't like watch the game. I can't hear the game. So part of me is thinking about staying home, honestly, like staying home, watching it myself. But I don't know. What are your guys' plans? And also, it's Sunday, so I do a Sunday night live stream. So I'm like, do I do a stream for the game? So you guys might not remember, but in January 2020 or February, whatever it was, the last Super Bowl, I did a live stream the whole Super Bowl. I live streamed my reaction, which obviously sucked. It was fun for the first 3 quarters, but I'm thinking about maybe doing that again. Live stream my whole reaction to the game. Do like a 3-4 hour live stream. Just keep it on. I'm thinking about maybe just doing one after for however it goes. I don't know. Still deciding. Any ideas from you guys would be helpful. Stop shopping at Gap. I've never shopped at Gap, so John Fisher's only gotten money from me from A's games. KC defense worries me. They are good. CMC needs to have a game. He needs to have a game. You could walk to the stadium. Hey, do what I did. So when the Super Bowl was at Levi's, at like in the second quarter, it was Panthers Broncos. In the second quarter or something like that, I got in my car and I drove on the freeway on Highway 237 is just north of Levi Stadium. I drove down 237 and drove back just to look at the stadium so I can say I saw the Super Bowl. I'm that weird. So do that at least, Mitchell. Like walk down the street and look at the stadium and just be like, wow, the Super Bowl's happening right there. How cool. Release their bobblehead giveaways. 3 of the 5 are pro Vegas players. Oh, so there's A's players that are like pro Vegas? Like they're all about it? Heard about The Rock's recent ego trip for WrestleMania? No. Basically placed himself in the main event. The Rock seems to be an egomaniac, honestly. I don't think he's a bad guy, but he's very arrogant and narcissistic. Dude, Debo winning MVP, I'm all about that, man. Debo is so underrated, I think, in general. Watch the game at home with my family and friends. Josie, that's the move, honestly. We want Cody. I've been seeing this WrestleMania stuff, but like I didn't really pay attention. I'm not super into wrestling anymore, but I want to be. So I might watch it more. I know Gabe could bring me up to speed. Best seat is usually home. Yeah, you have to find a good sports bar that checks all the boxes. So yeah, I 100% agree with that. The only difference is when like for the 2013 Super Bowl, some people I knew also rented out this whole restaurant. And we had like a big projector set up. That was cool because it was like a lot of us, but it was private, so it wasn't like just random people. It wasn't overly crowded. We had space, we had food, like that was cool. I want to have space. I want to be able to pace around stressed out if I need to, like and yeah, it's hard to find that. And what I'm thinking about doing is also a whole place is rented out. It's like a whole bar and restaurant is rented out. So I'm thinking it might be the same vibe, which I'm totally down with. Just if it's public and it's just, I really don't want to be packed up against people with someone breathing down my neck and I can't move and I can't go to the bathroom because, I'll lose my place and it's hard to get something to drink. I don't want that. My team was in the Super Bowl for years. I skipped a party to stay home because I know I'd flip if I heard someone say sports ball when I was stressed. Yeah, you got to deal. That's the thing with Super Bowl parties. You got to deal with the casuals who, they're going to be hyping up. Actually, well, it's Usher, so it's not like, like the year was Beyonce. All the girls made it all about Beyonce. And it's like, cool, but stop. Stop stepping all over our day. But I honestly think that the halftime shows are cool, and I like the fact that it brings in casual viewers and stuff and gives them something to also be a part of the day. They just need to learn to read the room and not make it about them, because it's not about them. It kind of sucks that this year's Usher too. I don't mind Usher, grew up on Usher, but it's just not the same, man. He's like an artist that had a great career with a lot of hits, but he's not it's not like Prince, you know what I mean? It's not Beyonce. I don't know. He just doesn't have to have that aura of a U2 or something. I don't know. Whatever. Pat Mahomes Sr. played with my cousin. Oh, you had told me about this. Okay, yeah. Oh, I know who this is. Okay, I didn't know who you were from your screen name. Mahomes had to run foul poles with neon orange kid's bike flag pole because he got caught sleeping behind the left field fence. That's crazy. And he just got a DWI, so he's still getting in trouble. Thanks for wearing the Trent shirt. Bro needs more love. Even Staley wasn't as good. I love Staley, but yeah, you're right. Trent is, I mean, it's incredible how good he is. So yeah, you guys voted, and that was one of the ones that people liked the most. So I was like, let's do it. Oh wait, or was it? I don't remember. I had to wear the Trent though. Watching live here in the UK on my laptop. Wish I could be in Vegas cheering. Dude, get loud in the UK, man. If we win, I'm going to party on the strip until the sun comes up. Trust. If we win, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to decompress from the whole season. And then for the parade, I'm going to go wild. And speaking of, I will, if we win, I'm not getting ahead of myself. I'm just saying, if we win, I have to make these plans. I will be doing a Super Bowl parade video, and I will be there, and I will give away stuff maybe. I don't know. Jose Canseco, Ricky Henderson, Raleigh Fingers. Are you just naming players? Oh, wait. Those are the players that are pro Vegas? Not Ricky. Dude. Is Ricky pro Vegas? Jose Canseco I get because he's out of his mind. Raleigh Fingers, I don't know much about him personally. I don't know if I've ever heard Raleigh Fingers talk. But Ricky, that'll hurt me, man. Ricky's one of my favorite players all time. He's not the smartest, though, so maybe John Fisher Jedi mind tricked him. Order a bunch of wings and watch it at home. That might be the move. Wish the Pro Bowl was still in Hawaii. Dude, I will forever regret not going to a Pro Bowl in Hawaii. I will forever regret it. Jed Weaver, Ed Reed, and a bunch of others autographs. That's sick, dude. Dude, Ed Reed. I would love to meet Ed Reed. Wish the A's would move to Sacramento. They would embrace and love them. I just want them to stay in Oakland. I don't think any place really makes sense for them. Come over to watch WrestleMania at my house, April 6th and 7th. All right, remind me closer. WrestleMania is 2 days now? What are they doing? Huh? Vince McMahon loses his mind and now WrestleMania is 2 days? Usher 20 years too late to the party. That's what I'm saying. Usher's going to have Justin Bieber who helps him. Oh, yeah, maybe I'll have Bieber. Hey, I'm a believer, so I'll take Justin Bieber. Favorite halftime show was the one at SoFi. Oh yeah, dude, that one was awesome. All the aftermath, shady aftermath. Yeah, that one was cool. Mary J. Blige was there, right? Wasn't it Mary? Yeah. That was cool. Usher, better than a Prego. Rihanna. I liked Rihanna. I thought hers was cool. All the weird platforms and stuff. I don't know, it was cool. I mean, I don't mind Usher. When I was a kid, I loved the My Way, and he had it was like the Clockwork Orange look for the video. I like Ursher, but he just doesn't seem like the aura of like the first Super Bowl in Vegas, and you don't get like, I mean, who would it be? I mean, it'd have to be Taylor Swift, I guess, and that would be annoying. Watching the Super Bowl with your mom, Jake, hard to beat that, man. Those are the players. They're working with them. I don't know about Sesco. Dude, that breaks my heart that Ricky is pro Vegas. That sucks. The event is too big for one night. Oh. Do you think Purdy plays well in this Super Bowl? I think he can. I think he should. I think it's very likely he does, but you never know. My one gripe with Purdy is he's not big, I guess, is the reason, but so many batted passes, so many passes tipped, blocked. He really needs to watch some Drew Brees film to learn how to like get around, the linemen, or some Doug Flutie footage or something. That's my one gripe with Purdy, and I think every defense knows it. You got to get your hands up against Purdy, and you're gonna block a lot of those passes. Vince McMahon is no longer in control. Yeah, I know he got in trouble when he stepped down. Or I think he kind of hasn't been in control for a while, right? I remember that footage I saw of him recently talking, and he looked rough. Like age finally caught up with him. And for the first time ever, I bought a 49er shirt. Show it to me. I want to see it. Wearing it as a tribute for Nat's uncle. Dude, that's awesome. See, root for the Niners, dude. Stop being weird. Do you wish the Niners were closer to SF? I do. Yeah. Again, though, I'm starting to like Levi's. We're building memories there. It's been fun. It's closer to me, but I still just like the idea of the team being closer to San Francisco. So whenever the Levi's lifespan ends, I hope they move back up. Yes, Natalie, we are talking about Justin Bieber. This is Bieber Talk live with Dylan. The Jeff Garcia jump throw. Yeah, man, come on. What's up, Joe? That's what I'm saying. Ricky Henderson is pro Vegas? Like, what? How? That hurts. Oakland, so much potential, but dysfunctional leadership. Vegas just has more to offer the Raiders aids business-wise. I'm sure the players rather trick off the money there. Yeah, Oakland is it's just so back and forth with leadership, too. It's like they can never stick with a plan. I mean, this is happening in pretty much every major city. The world moves so fast, and helping people, helping communities doesn't work fast. It takes generations. So, you could pass some, legislation that's supposed to do this or that. 2 years goes by and people are like, it's not helping, it's making it worse. And then they try to do the opposite. And it's like, well, you got to let things play out, And I think Oakland is a big example of that happening, where they just flip-flop things so much. But I love Oakland. Shout out Gabe. Anticipation is killing me. The game was this week. Wear Levi's. I know, man. It's taken a while. Thanks for all my quotes, Gabe. Gentrification backfired. I mean, it wasn't even really fully gentrified. Gentrification would be awesome if it didn't also come with displacement, but unfortunately it comes with displacement, and so it sucks. It's cool for the people that are able to stay or able to move in, but it sucks for other people that get swept under the rug. So it's like it's not a solution, I guess I would say. But yeah, I don't know. I still love Oakland. Great people there, great artists, great community, great culture. For the most part, of course, there's bad stuff, but owners and retail companies use that stuff as an excuse to do whatever makes them more money. You know what I mean? Thanks, Gabe. Ed Sheeran's a fan. There you go. Vince Vaughn is a Niners fan. Jeremy Renner, dude. Hawkeye. Come on. Oh, yeah. Giants Fan Fest. So, this is the thing. Sorry it took so long to get here. I can't believe how long this live stream's been going, and we just got past the 49er talk. But, Giants Fan Fest, they're doing like a whole tour, so they're doing multiple stops, which sucks in some parts. It's cool that they're doing that, I think, but I don't like the way they planned it out. So basically, FanFest at Oracle Park is about a month later than it normally is. So because of that, spring training's already started, which means there's not going to be players there. There's supposed to be alumni there. Who knows who that is? But yeah, like there's not going to be players there because you pushed it back a month so you could do this tour. Why don't they do the tour like in 2 weeks? Do it quick instead of like, spacing it out so much. So now it's also a ticketed event. It didn't used to be ticketed. I always forget. I used to go to FanFest and you could literally just show up and walk in. That was it. And now it's ticketed. Tickets are free, but you have to get them online, right? I totally forgot about it the other day. I went, tried to get tickets. No tickets left. So I'm like, great. I was planning on going to FanFest. I was planning on giving away stuff. So I was planning on, like, I got a bunch of cool Giants patches. I was gonna like give away to people if they see me at FanFest, whatever. And I was like, well, that's a bummer. But luckily, with the power of the internet, I found someone who sent me a ticket, transferred it to me. Like that. They sent it to me like right away. How cool, how kind. And so I will be at FanFest March 9th, I think it is. And yeah, so if you happen to see me there, I will have some patches, maybe some pins. I do have some pins from Bay Area pins left over that I didn't give away the 49er game. These are Niner ones. They say Hella Faithful, I got some other stuff that I'll give away. But if you see me at FanFest and you would like a patch, just show me you're subscribed or say, hey, like your videos, and I will give you a patch. Okay? Okay? Will there be a video for Giants FanFest? Possibly, I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. I might have to work, so I won't be able to be there for long. Still deciding. I would like to do some sort of video or live stream or something. Not sure yet. Trying to figure that out. Wishing Joe Panic was there. He might be. Isn't he on the staff now or something? Or a scout, a consultant, something? I thought he was. Nobody is a Bears fan. Is Vince Vaughn a Bears fan? So you guys got to figure that out, all right? Have Gamer Ath. Are we shortening his name now? Gamer Ath. Gather your quotes and make a TED Talk. Boom. Go Browns. I don't know if I've ever met a Browns fan. Nice to meet you. Scat Pack Fields. Wish Natalie Alfaro was going to be there. I don't know. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool? Trade Kittle the Bears for #1 pick? No. No. Absolutely not. Me and my friends drove to the city after they won their first World Series in 2010. First time crowd surfing. Dude, that's cool. That's awesome. So when we won in 2010, I was working. And I was trying not to cry at work. And I worked retail at the time. And I was the manager. And it was literally that night was me and a cashier. That was it. The cashier, it was her first week. She was brand new. I literally, throughout the night, kept giving her my keys and everything. And I would run 2 doors down to a restaurant/bar that was playing the game. And I would watch the game for like 5 minutes. And I'd run back, check on her. Like, everything cool? Store didn't burn down. And luckily, because it was the World Series, the store was like dead. There was like almost no customers. So that worked out. But I went, I watched the end of the game. I ran back to my store, trying not to cry. And then I went to the parade, and it was awesome. Well, what was cooler is before that, when we won the NLCS, I was at Disneyland for the last game of the NLCS. And it was before smartphones, so I couldn't watch the game. I was with my girlfriend at the time and her sisters. And I was like watching the game through text on my phone. So like I'm refreshing it and getting like literally like the pitch count, you know? Oh, there's 2 balls, 1 strike. What's going to happen, right? And I was wearing my Giants hat, and I was in Frontierland, standing outside the Golden Horseshoe. And I refreshed it. It said final. Giants win. We're going to the World Series. I let out a yelp, right? I'm like, ah! Something like that. I'm not going to recreate it for you perfectly. But as I did that, there was like a family that was walking right in front of me, and they got all scared because I like yelled in their faces. And I'm like, sorry. And I ran out into the darkness, into the crowd, and just did circles. Just yelling, screaming. And I remember a little bit later, we were in line. We were in line for the Matterhorn, and the line, it goes through a little, like the loading area back and forth a few times, but then the lines, there's 2 sides to the ride. If you've never been there, the line goes around the mountain, right? So we're on the side of the mountain in line for the Matterhorn, and I see a guy like 50 feet away wearing a Giants hat. And from the line, I was like, hey! And he looks and he sees me with the Giants hat. I'm like, hey! And he goes, hey! And he comes running, like from 50 feet away, comes running, and we just do like the biggest high five. And it was so much fun. And then we got on the Matterhorn, and it was one of those magical moments where like you get on the ride right when the fireworks are going on. So we're on the Matterhorn going around, fireworks going off, and I'm just screaming like, go Giants. And I'll always remember that. That was really cool. And then 2012, when we won, I was at the Civic Center outside San Francisco City Hall. And that was a wild scene. Okay, all my quotes. Gabe, thank you. I'm glad you like my videos. Thank you. It's a good memory. I remember when they had that parade that ended up all the way at the Excelsior District. I have videos on here on YouTube. Dude, I'm gonna go look for those. That's cool. Trade Curry for Fox? No. Maybe if Curry was like not playing well. You know what I mean? Like, nah, I wouldn't even do that. I want Curry to retire a Warrior. Sorry, not the parade, but the day of. What's the one we won, you're saying? Yeah, that was great, man. 2014, I think I was at work for 2014 also, but I was watching the game. I was streaming it. But I went to Game 4 of the 2014 World Series. Nice little comeback. We were down like 4-0. That was a fun game. LeBron for Curry straight up? No, Gabe, no. Hope this Sunday we can get that feeling again when the Giants won in 2010. Can't wait, man. I hope so. I hope that, yeah, I'll be so just relieved that we finally got over the hump after so many close calls, you know? So many close calls. Gabe, I know you don't watch basketball. I know that based on your questions. But yeah, I'll be at Giants Fan Fest. Oh, I wanted to show these. It is Willie Mays Day. I mentioned a couple weeks ago that I got some hats I really liked, and I wanted to show these hats. I got another one, but I put it somewhere. I don't know where it is. But here, I'll save my favorite for last, and it has something to do with Willie Mays. Actually, 2 of them do. I got this one that I really like. 1917 White Sox. Just 2 years before the Black Sox scandal. This hat's just super cool. Super cool. I really like this. Speaking of, I found a picture of old Comiskey before they like whited it out, and it was just like this beautiful brick. I mean, one of the most beautiful ballparks to ever exist, and they ruined it in the 1960s. And obviously it's been demolished since then. But how cool is that? I love this hat. I'm really happy with this one. 1917, Comiskey Park. Yeah. Oh wait, wasn't 1917 wasn't Black Sox, right? It was 1919. Was it Black Sox? Oh, unless is that the Black Sox hat? Yeah, it was 1919. Okay, I was right. Okay, I scared myself. I second guessed myself. So this is 2 years before the Black Sox scandal. Shoeless Joe Jackson and all the guys accused of potentially throwing the World Series. I am still on the fence whether Shoeless Joe Jackson threw the World Series or not. The arguments against it is that he played pretty well. He had his stats are great for the World Series. But the people who say that he was involved say that all his stats came in garbage time, basically when it didn't matter. So we'll never know, right? But I don't know. He seemed like a guy who really loved baseball. I don't know if Shoeless Joe Jackson threw the World Series or not. But this hat is super cool. This hat's awesome. That's one. What are you guys saying? Willie Mays for Barry Bonds straight up. I think we already made that trade. I hope Niners don't party too much this week. Yeah, I mean, obviously the Mahomeses have been partying too much this week, so hopefully it's not us. Gold-blooded, the teams are both 30 minutes outside Vegas. They can't go on the strip at all. Yeah, I hope not. Gabe threw the World Series. I know, you're an A's fan. Once the game is over, party on. Say it ain't so, Joe. Yeah, man. Say it ain't so, Joe. It's crazy how, over 100 years later, it's still a thing. We still discuss it, right? That quote is still known. It's definitely one of my favorite, I guess, sports incidents or events. I like to, and I don't say favorite. When I say favorite, it doesn't mean I like it or I'm glad it happened. It's more just like I'm intrigued by it. So I thought this 1917 hat was super cool. So I'm happy with that one. Then another one I really like. Shea Stadium. Look at that. 1964 to 2008. Right? So Shea Stadium, Willie Mays played there, right? He was a member of the Mets for a short time at the end of his career. I've always had a thing for Shea Stadium. I think it came from when I was a kid playing video games, and they would have Shea Stadium, and they had the giant apple, the big apple in the outfield. I remember playing I think it was Ken Griffey Jr. baseball on Super Nintendo. You could do a home run derby, so I'd always try to hit the apple at Shea Stadium. It was always a stadium that I just thought was really cool. It was really colorful. You can even see in here. The seats were super colorful. It was like a perfect circle kind of. It was always interesting to me as a kid. And obviously, the 86 Mets played there and stuff like that. So if you guys, any OG watchers of the channel, you may remember I went to Citi Field in New York and I went to 2 games, 2 Giants and Mets games. And in the parking lot of Citi Field, they have the base path, this base path right here. They have it marked in the parking lot. They have home plate, all the bases, and the pitcher's mound. Pitcher's rubber, I guess, marked in the parking lot. So in that video, I run the bases and stuff, and I was being a kind of a little kid about it because it was so exciting and so cool to me to be on the base paths of this stadium that I always thought was really cool. And that a lot of players I loved, like Willie Mays, like Darryl Strawberry, played in, and Doc Gooden pitched from that rubber, So this is cool. I love the Shea hat. Mooney Ward said that it might turn up the first couple of nights. Mooney seems like the type that can, though, and bounce back, I was thinking about getting a jersey. I might get a Mooney jersey, honestly. He's been one of my... I've been saying for years. I said on here. I said on Rombo Sports. I said on a bunch of stuff. I just really wanted the Niners to have a shutdown corner because it's been so long since we've really had a game-changing corner. And he's been that guy for a lot of this year. So I love good cornerback play. I love it. Everyone in Vegas this week can go visit the Jose Canseco Showtime Car Wash. Wait, does he own the car wash? Is it really called that? NFL commissioner said no sports books, no slots, no tables, or miss the game. Yeah, NFL is like, hey guys, don't you dare gamble. because we're doing it. We're going to have DraftKings and FanDuel and all these things sponsor everything. All the sports shows are going to have we're going to talk about the over-under and the odds and everything we're going to have in the ticker. But you guys, don't you dare. Kind of hypocritical, right? I don't like the fact that sports gambling is so normalized now. I think it's going to hurt all the various sports in the next couple decades. Because of you, I now say to people, struggle comment when they say something dumb, just a random thought. I'm glad you see that. Like, sometimes you just see a comment where it's just like, God, you tried so hard to say something or to insult or whatever it may be. And it's just like, you struggled with this one. So yeah, struggle comment. Then I don't have to argue. I'm just like, it's not even worth arguing. Your comment was just, you reached so hard for this. The huge scoreboard, yeah, man. Saw Doc Gooden, I'm going to assume you say it meant Gooden, pitch at the stick. No way, dude. I don't know if you watched the Candlestick video, but I have a clip of Doc Gooden from the All-Star game, the 84 All-Star game at Candlestick. It was just a short clip, but I had to put it in there. So, yeah. Shea Stadium will always be a stadium. You guys know I'm a stadium nerd. I like stadiums. And Shea, just something about it. I mean, honestly, it was ugly. It was ugly as sin, but that's what I like. I like the places like that. I like the weird places, and I've mentioned in all the episodes these mid-century, like all the ballparks and stadiums, especially the mixed use ones, like that they built in the 1960s, 1970s. They tapered off in the 80s and 90s, and then like early to mid 90s when they started, like with Camden Yards, Coors Field, where they really started for baseball anyways, like embracing this new faux retro aesthetic and tried to make the ballparks more fit into where they're from, more fit like this traditional baseball vibe. So this will always be an era to me, like the 60s to the 90s of these big concrete ugly stadiums. These will always be my favorites because of that, because they're so ugly, and just because that was the era I was born into. When I was born and started watching sports, most of the teams played in these big ugly concrete fortresses. So yeah, that's always going to be cool to me. And the next one, all right, let's catch up on the chat real quick. I do have Twitter. It's just Dylan Sesco, just like my Instagram. There's also a variety show Twitter as well, but I don't really post on it. I don't really post on Twitter that much anyways. I used to, but not that much anymore. But I still check it from time to time. I should post more stuff there, honestly. But Vegas has the most surveillance cameras in the world. No way any player leaves Lake Las Vegas to gamble. I feel like there's always going to be one dummy, Like the guy, who was the player? I think it was a Raiders player. The lineman that like got stuck in Tijuana or something when they played in San Diego. And, we got the Henry Ruggs of the world. So you never know. See Trey Lance having success in the NFL. I don't like to be negative or I try not to ever call players trash or anything like that, because obviously they made it to the league. They're not trash. Like, even the worst player in the NFL is still better than almost everybody on earth. And I just don't want to be that guy. And I try to remember that they're real people with real feelings, really real emotions, real families they got to take care of. So I don't like to be super negative with my commentary. Even I used to be, not anymore. But I will say with Trey Lance, I never believed in him. I didn't want us to draft him. This is well documented. But we drafted him. And I think he's a great dude. Like, I think he's a great kid. Like, he deserves, he deserves some sort of success or something. I think he's a great person. But I didn't want to draft him. I thought he was going to be a bust. But I don't like to say that. And he was a 49er, so I will support him and root for him and cheer him on and have his back no matter what. But my personal feeling behind it was, Yes, I did not believe that he was going to be a good NFL quarterback. And that's well documented. That's not like some hindsight thing. And I think I'm usually pretty good at those predictions. I would say the one I'm kind of watching right now is Wembenyama. I thought he was going to be a huge bust, but he's actually playing pretty good. I still have doubts that his body will hold up in the NBA, but he's playing a lot better than I expected. So he might prove me wrong. I thought for sure he'd be a huge bust. Shea Stadium reminds me of the Uptown Rap video, Peter Guns and Lord Tariq. Come on, man. I love Shea Stadium. Great call. Great pull right there. Bay Area Aviation, what up? Trey Lance is the third best player in Dallas QB room. Yeah. Did I ever go to Tiger Stadium? Dude, so this one, a lot of people might be surprised, like other sports fans. But like, if I could go back in time and see any stadiums, Tiger Stadium would be like in my top 3. For some reason, so just like I said with Shea Stadium, it represents a certain era to me of those kinds of stadiums. Tiger Stadium, to me, perfectly represents the era right before the Shea Stadiums and the Candlestick Parks and the Oakland Coliseums. To me, it's one of the perfect examples of like the 1920s to the 1950s baseball stadium. Tiger Stadium is one of the best examples of it. And it's kind of got its foot in the era before that even a little bit. So something about Tiger Stadium, like the pillars, the big ugly like balconies in the outfield. I mean the whole thing, big ugly balconies with the pillars with, you know, certain seats will be blocked by a pillar. I love it. Love Tiger Stadium. Every once in a while I'll just search up Tiger Stadium stuff, and there was somewhere out where I found people that took a bunch of pictures of it when it was kind of abandoned and awaiting demolition. I love those pictures. So there's something about Tiger Stadium, man. And I mentioned this with the Detroit Lions stuff. Something about Detroit. I like Detroit. I like the history of Detroit. I like the history of Detroit sports. So yeah, Tiger Stadium is one of my top 3. If I could go back in time and watch a game at, it would be in my top 3. And in my number 1, you want to know my number 1? Well, I have a hat. Shout out Willie Mays. Polo Grounds, baby. Polo Grounds. Where the New York Giants played until they moved to San Francisco in 1958. This is where Willie Mays made the catch, right here in center field. If you don't know about the Polo Grounds, it was, other than if you go way back, it was the most unique ballpark. You know, until you go back to like, you know, when they would play anywhere. It's called the Polo Grounds. They would play polo there. So it was this weird elongated shape, way more, you know, fitting of like a football field. So center field just stretched out super far. Left and right field had very short foul lines. But this is where the New York Giants played. This is where they won the World Series, playing here in 1954. You know, Willie Mays won the World Series here. So this, I mean, finding this hat, man, this is instantly one of my favorite hats ever. I got it in all black also. They had same hat, but all black. I think the side patch might be different on the other one. But yeah, look, Giants 1933 World Series patch. This is, if I could go back in time and see a game at any ballpark, it'd be right here. Polo Grounds. This is, I don't even want to wear this hat because like I'm afraid of ruining it. But these hats, and the other Polo Grounds hat, I got these from a shop in Harlem actually. They have a website, and it sucks because there's 2 hats I ordered that they didn't give me. And then I had to like go reach out to them and ask for a refund. I'm like, did they just do that on purpose? Like, if I didn't ask for a refund or I just missed it, they were just gonna take my money. I don't know. That's Harlem for you. But Nah, this is cool. And Polo Grounds was right there in Harlem. Rucker Park, the famous park where, you know, the street ball legends and NBA legends played. They have the tournaments at Rucker Park, is right down the street from where this was. Now there's, you know, some projects basically built where this is, but they still have home plate marked. When I went to New York, I wasn't able to go up and see it, but I had planned to. And there was right behind the stadium, there was they call it Coogan's Bluff. So it was like a little cliff, and fans would come down from the cliff down a stairway to get to the stadium. That stairway is still there, and it's got a bunch of like New York Giants plaques and stuff. So one day I'll go do a video on that, you know. But yeah, Polo Grounds, man. I as soon as I saw this hat, I was like, well, that's mine. That's mine. So yeah, some shout out Willie Mays, man. Some Willie Mays history right here. This, and I do have my candlestick hat somewhere, so I have all his home ballparks, at least in major leagues, national leagues. Oh, Henry Ruggs is a villain? Yeah, man. Sad story. Jamie, what's up? How you doing, man? I was in Cincinnati during Thanksgiving break. As we passed over the Ohio River, a big freeway sign still posts Riverfront Stadium. Gave me goosebumps knowing the Big Red Machine played there. Dude, I'm telling you, that era, man. That era. I mean, you go Three River Stadium, Riverfront Stadium, Shea Stadium, Candlestick, Oakland Coliseum. What am I missing? The old Busch Stadium. I forgot. Was it called Busch Stadium? I don't know. But that era of those big, stupid, ugly stadiums. Man, I go back and watch the old home run derbies at places like that. Super cool. And I know in Pittsburgh, there, you know, Three Rivers was right by where the current ballpark is, and somewhere you can even go see they have a piece of the wall from Forbes Field somewhere. Was this Forbes? No, this is Shibe. I thought I had a Forbes Park. I think I showed you guys this though. I got this Shibe Park model where the Athletics used to play. But yeah, I just love these old stadiums, man. This is a lot like the Tiger Stadium era, right here. You go from like, you know, Polo Grounds, old Yankee Stadium, like Ebbets Field, Shibe Park, to like Tiger Stadium. That's kind of the lineage there. But you know, I love this stuff. Love to go to a game at Seal Stadium. Yeah, man, I had a big Seal Stadium video planned, and the double play bar across the street had a huge fire and destroyed a ton of their memorabilia, and I haven't had the heart to do the video since because I'm so sad about that. But one of these days I'm going to do a Seal Stadium history video. There's a parade, knock on wood. What up, JT? Absolutely, I will be doing a video at the parade. If we have it, and most likely we will have it, I will say that. All right, I believe. I'm a believer. What can you say? You know. Oh, the Goonies. I'll get to that in a second. Yeah, we'll start to wrap this up. I know this has been long. Thank you guys for sticking this out with me. Had to leave for a bit. Quick summary on your plans for the Super Bowl. Oh, you're right. He did. Yeah, Seal Stadium when they first moved before Candlestick. You're right. I've never seen. Hey, you know the stuff, dude. Have you seen one of these hats with Seal Stadium? That would be fire. But it was, you know, besides that holdover, it was never really considered a major league ballpark. So another cool story. I'll get back to my Super Bowl plans and the Goonies in a second. The Giants originally, a lot of people might not know this. The Giants originally, when they moved to San Francisco and they played in Seal Stadium, you know, San Francisco had basically promised if they move, they'll get them a ballpark. One of the original plans, though, was to redo Seal Stadium, add a second deck like a lot of the other, you know, ballparks had. Seal Stadium didn't have a second deck, so they were going to renovate Seal Stadium potentially. That didn't happen. I think there might have even been a vote on it, and it didn't pass. Eventually, that led to Candlestick Park being built. I love to think that what if that Seal Stadium plan, you know, passed, they built up Seal Stadium. They renovated it to be modern for the time. They moved in '58, so this would have been early 1960s. Would Seal Stadium still be there? Would that be like the West Coast Fenway Park? Maybe. That would be. That's always a cool thought to me. Like, would we have this classic Fenway Wrigley type ballpark, or would it have been replaced by now? Who knows, right? Would I have been able to see it? Would it have lasted long enough for me to get to go there? I love that idea. I'd love to think of that. Also, when I was talking about Shea and stuff too, Dodger Stadium. I love the fact that they still play at Dodger Stadium and that they've renovated it. And, it's one of the last from that era. Oakland Coliseum and Dodger Stadium. I think those are probably the only two mid-century ballparks left, right? Yeah, I can't think of another one unless... Oh, when did the Rays build there? That's kind of along those lines, but I think it was a later era. I don't remember what year they built it, but yeah. Cool story, though. That Seal Stadium could have been like a West Coast Fenway. Who knows? So for the Super Bowl, I'm still undecided. Some folks I know have rented out a place, so I might go there. All I know is that I do not want to be in a public venue packed with people breathing down my neck, can't go to the bathroom, can't order food. Like, I'm either going to do something more private where I got space to breathe, room to move around, or I'm just going to stay home and watch it myself. I'll figure it out. If you have any ideas, let me know, though. I just never got to go to the Double Play Pub. Now it's burned down. Yeah, man, it broke my heart when that happened. Broke my heart. Fan turnout in Vegas and Atlanta was lit too. I'm gonna go watch some videos on that. I haven't seen any yet. I know Mitchell in here was there. I'm gonna go watch that. I do kind of regret not going for the send off. I have a video for Seal Stadium at a Double Play bar. Oh, I think I watched your video, dude. Dude, wait, if you find a Seal Stadium hat, let me know, bro. Let me know. Got to check that out. Sounds awesome. More Niners fans and Chiefs fans at Harry Reid Airport. Chiefs fans turn out though. Yeah, man. Yeah, so this is going a little long, so I can't really discuss everything I wanted to with the Goonies. I'm itching. I've done so much sports stuff lately. All the Niner stuff. Yeah, I love doing it, but you guys know that I want to do other stuff too. I like doing my history videos and stuff. And again, I've said this every live stream. I still have a ton of videos to put out. It's a ton of stuff. I'm still editing, things like that. A year's worth of stuff. So I got plenty of episodes, but I'm itching for a trip. I'm itching for either a small road trip to Gold Country, do some more Wild West stuff, something like that. But the one trip I really, really want to do is going up the coast, the Oregon coast, doing all the Goonies, filming locations. The Goonies is my favorite movie. Number one. It'll never be not number one. There's no movie that could ever be made that will ever top the Goonies for me. It's just a comfort movie. It's the movie I watched the most as a kid. And I've never been to Astoria where they filmed a lot of it. I've never been there because it means so much to me that when I go there, I want it to be perfect. And I hate that I do that, but I do that. So I need to make this trip happen. So I want to do a whole Goonies trip and do a Goonies film locations video. I already have some funny ideas for it, just to mix it up, make it fun. You guys know, like, I like to do the clone gags and things like that. So I got some funny ideas that I could do if there's any other Goonies fans. It's something that means so much to me. And so I'm considering that for my next little road trip. Especially now I'm going to get my tax returns back. My money's been tight, but I'm going to get my tax return back. My car is, good to go. I think it's time that at least once the storm's not destroying the California coast, going on a little road trip. And so yeah, the Goonies. I guess the whole bucket sodes thing that I put up there. That's a longer discussion that I don't know if we have time for tonight. But yeah, the Goonies film locations would be so cool. Yeah, Last Blockbuster in Oregon's up there. That would be awesome. But the Goonies is one of the movies that helped give me my sense of adventure. So it means so much to me. It's definitely like a comfort movie for me. Goonies is a good movie. It's a great movie, man. It's a perfect movie. Inspiring with your passion for sports and content. Thank you, man. I'm telling you, I was a bitter, closed off, just jaded person for so long, and this channel has been one of the main driving forces, not the only thing, but one of the main things in my life that has made me open up, be more vulnerable, be more emotional, just like care more, be not afraid to care, because like, especially when you're younger, it's like cool to not care. Like, I don't care, man. I don't give a F about nothing. I don't want to be that person. I want to care. I want to care about everything. I want things to matter to me, And yeah, people think of it as like soft or whatever, but I think of it the opposite. Like, to me, the coolest people are the people that can be vulnerable. Coolest people, the strongest people are the people that can be honest and vulnerable with themselves. And like, I don't know. That's just the way I see it now. And so, yeah, with my sports stuff, with history stuff, like my videos mean the world to me. Like, it's not just, I could be doing a lot of other kinds of content or videos if it was just like a cash grab or I was just trying to get famous. Like, I'm not. I just want to make cool things that people enjoy. And the only reason I want it to grow and I push it the way I do is because I would like to do it full time. I want to do more. I want to do more giveaways. I want to hook people up, but I want more time to do it, and I have to work full time. That's the only reason I push it, not because I just want to be famous or want to be whatever comes with, a YouTube channel blowing up. Like, I don't care about that. I don't have a twin. The secret's out. It's out of the bag. Goonies, it kind of does seem East Coasty, but it's Astoria, Oregon. So it was Pacific Northwest, which definitely looks a lot like some of the East Coast coastal regions. Goonies could have been filmed on Peninsula. It would have been the same. Like San Francisco Peninsula, like Pacifica, Half Moon Bay. I never thought of that. It could have been. Julian. Dude, I love Julian. We did one video on Julian years ago. We did the gold mine tour. Was it the Eagle Mine? It's been so long I can't remember the name, but I think it was the Eagle Mine tour, right up the hill from the Julian, like, main street. We also filmed like some Patreon stuff in Julian. My brother lives in San Diego, so and my dad's side of the family moved down there in the early 2000s. So Julian was, every few years we'd stop by, and you got to get the pie. If you guys aren't familiar, Julian's famous for its pie, and it's a cool old, like, mining town in Southern California, and it really feels like a Northern California town, but it's in I think it's still technically San Diego County. Absolutely love Julian, and I would love to do more Julian content. 100%. Julian's awesome. Truffle Shuffle was hilarious. So if I do the video, I want to do the Truffle Shuffle. I've gained some weight though, so I really don't want to embarrass myself. So if I can, like, lose some weight, then do the Truffle Shuffle, like, in an ironic way, But how do I do a Goonies video and not do the Truffle Shuffle? I don't know if that can be done or should be done. So I need to lose some weight so I can do the Truffle Shuffle. Otherwise, it's just embarrassing and sad. Footage of double play. Wait, what? Where'd that come from? No, I'm pretty sure I watched your double play video. You're good people. Thank you, man. I'm just a dude. I'm just here. You'll be emotional Sunday when they lose again. Northside Hoodlum. Let's all relax. I'm gonna be emotional because I'm gonna be so happy. So happy. We got to do it, man. We got to do it. Doing a Super Bowl vlog, need that reaction. So I'm trying to decide. If I should live stream it like I did the last one, like a 4-hour live stream. Obviously I can't show the game, but just reactions. Or I could do a vlog with reactions. I don't know. I'm trying to decide. Either way, it's Sunday, so I got to do a Sunday live stream. I've not missed a week since I started doing this, by the way. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself for keeping it up. But yeah. All you need to do is have faith. Yep, like Dutch in Red Dead Redemption 2 says, gotta have faith, my boy. Don't stop believing. We got your 6. I can't wait. I'll do the truffle shuffle, but I gotta lose some weight. Otherwise I'll get a lot of people unsubscribing. Okay, my girl took me out there recently for the first time. I liked it. Dude, that's cool. If you haven't done the mine tour, try to do the mine tour. It's really fun. And again, we did a video. Me and my brother did a video, the Julian mine tour. Probably the first year we started this channel, so it's pretty far back. Seeing Adam the Woo in one of your A's Games videos, probably one of the first YouTubers I've seen going to the Back to the Future locations. Yeah, I love Adam the Woo's Back to the Future stuff. Adam the Woo also loves Gamer Athletics. But yeah, Adam's really he was really kind to me, actually, which was really cool. I met him at an A's game 2 years ago, I think, and then last year at the reverse boycott game. He's very nice. He remembered me, which I thought was cool, and then he said, "Hey, I saw your video. Like, it was really good. Like, it was really, it was really impressive or whatever." And I was like, "That's pretty cool that, one of the only YouTubers I watch compliments my video." That was cool. Yeah. It would be hilarious. I don't know, man. My current state, I don't know if it'd be hilarious, but bang bang nine again. F the queefs. Yep. I agree with you, Matt. No, I was talking Dirty Harry about the double play. Oh, okay. 30-17. I'll take that. I really want it to be a blowout, though. I want to drop 40+ points on them. I don't want to be stressing. We'll see, though. I'm sure it's going to be a stressful game. Definitely going to have to check out your Julian video. Yeah, dude, it was a long time ago. My videos were definitely not as good as they are now, I think, but it was still a fun memory with my brother. And the mine is super cool. Love the video you did of the stick. Thanks, bro. Appreciate that. But yeah, so I we're gonna do this run. We're gonna finish out this run, this Super Bowl run, and see where it takes us. If we have a parade, I will be there. I will be doing a video. I will be at Giants Fan Fest March 9th. If you see me and you would like a patch, let me know. I'll have a handful of patches to give away just in case anyone happens to see me there. I still got a ton of videos to put out, some really cool history stuff, some more sports history stuff. And again, I would love to do this Goonies trip. And there's other stuff besides the Goonies stuff up that way also. So, but my point with that is I'm just itching to get out. I'm itching to get on a trip of some sort. I did my Texas trip last year. I still got some videos I haven't put out from that trip, and drove around Texas for 3 weeks. And I love being on the road. I really do. And it's been a while, so I need to do it again and get some more high-powered sodes for you kids. Yeah, so Giants Fan Fest, I'll be there if we get a Super Bowl parade. Thanks Zeus. I will be at the Super Bowl parade. If you guys know any Super Bowl parties or anything, let me know. I am still trying to decide what I'm gonna do You know. Yeah, I don't need another heart attack either, man. Come on. Yeah, I think if we can shut down Kelsey, I think we have a good shot. I think that's kind of the key. Also, I mentioned in the video, I had some of these from the original game, but I found some fresh ones really cheap online. Some fresh rally towels from the last game of Candlestick. So I got 2 of them for me and my brother. And literally in the game last week, at like the beginning of the 3rd quarter, I took this out of my bag because it was in my bag. I took it out of my bag and started waving it around, and we started to come back. So that's why we joked in the video. I was like, it's from the I took out the Candlestick, and now look. So yeah, I gotta keep that nice. Shout out, if you saw in the video and posted on Instagram, Royal Retros. They have awesome retro jerseys and shirts, jackets, the satin jackets. They gave me this at the rally, the tailgate. Not just to me. They had these for a lot of people. They put out a Candlestick collection, and they have these really cool, they call it like the Candlestick style jerseys. So if you see in the video that jersey I'm holding up that says Variety with 2 V's, it was a custom that they made for me. So shout out Royal Retros. We've been talking about working for like over a year now, like doing some stuff together. We haven't done too much. I've done little videos shouting them out and stuff, but like we haven't done too much. They were at the the A's games, the reverse boycott and things like that too. So just shout out Royal Retros and check out that jersey. I'll probably post another picture of it on Instagram soon. But yeah, I just wanted to show that stuff off and show off my awesome hats. I guess that's it. Well, I'll see you guys next Sunday. I'll either live stream during the game or after. We'll see. Win or lose. If we lose, I'll still live stream. I'm gonna be consistent, and we'll talk about the game either way. Stockton and Malone. That's an apt comparison because I couldn't stand them. I like Travis Kelce. I don't dislike Travis Kelce. Mahomes irritates me though. I think he's incredibly arrogant, which you don't really notice as much when he's winning. But as soon as he's had any kind of struggles, just what a baby he's acted like, right? But whatever. Anyways, Super Bowl week. Let's, as any Niner fans out there, let's enjoy it. Remember, this is what it's for. This is why we're fans. This is why the players, and the coaches and the staff dedicate their life to do this, to get to that. So let's support them. Let's be good fans. Let's enjoy it. Let's remember, the Lions fans, some of them I met that were awesome last week. They've never even got to experience this part of it, So just as fans, let's be grateful and supportive and build that hype. Let's have a fun time with it, especially those of you out in Vegas. Mitchell, have a great time out there. Again, like I said, I would, if it's $30 for the NFL experience, I would do all of it. Like, how often do you get to do that stuff? Let's just enjoy it. I'll see you guys hopefully at a parade. I'll see you guys at FanFest if you guys are there. And various other things. You guys know I got tons of plans and stuff. It's just a matter of having to work all the time and pay my bills and pay my rent. And they never tell you that living alone is so difficult and expensive. And nobody's buying hand soap but me, right? Nobody's dusting but me. Every little thing you don't think about. When you have a whole family or whatever, like collectively, you guys can knock things out, like knock chores out, maybe help buy things. But then when it's just you, it's just you. But it's fine. I like my space and all that. But more plans on the way for sure. Let's go, ladybugs. Everyone, try to get some ladybugs to land on your feet for good luck. Yeah, man, let's enjoy this as Niner fans. if you're not a Niner fan, it depends. If you're not a Niners hater, I hope you get some good football or something you can appreciate out of it. If you're a Niners hater, I hope this week sucks for you. I hope the week after sucks even more for you. And then come back together next year and we'll do it all again. And we get to root against each other and have fun and enjoy our various rivalries. So that's what it's all about. And once again, shout out everyone at the championship game, the people who said what's up to me. I gave away a few pins from people that recognize me, which is crazy to me that even happens. And then the Lions fans I met, super cool. And I'm excited, man. What a time to be alive. You said it. Let's go. Bang, bang, Niner gang. One more week. One more week till Lombardi comes home to where it belongs. To the Bay Area. One more week. See you guys next week. And hopefully it's a celebration. Hopefully it's a celebration.